Well, hello everyone. It is Friday, November the 19th, 2021. I am Dale Delbridge, Benchmark Realty, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. This is your status chat. Now, we're just about to run out of regular season SEC football, but what's on tap for tomorrow? Games of interest are UT and South Alabama, and of course the Tide with Arkansas. Don't underestimate those Hogs. And we want to appreciate the fact that the UK go Wildcats. They're looking pretty good as well. Hate it for Coach O, but LSU, let's see if LSU can come back and be more competitive and on the ball, no pun intended, next year. So that's that. We have our numbers as we always do. We'll get to them, but let's get to this middle segment first on price per square foot. Well, welcome to the middle segment of the Status Chat. Now, this segment is historically used to bring you something that is real estate related, and it comes to you either as an original production or something that I pull off the internet. And if I pull it off the internet, read a story, whatever, I will give you that link in the description of the Status Chat on Call Dell to Sell over at the YouTube. Okay, you'll have to search for Call Dell to Sell on the YouTube, but you can find it, or it may have been emailed to you, e-blasted to you. You may have seen it through one of the social medias, the Parler, Facebook, what have you, LinkedIn. However you come by this Status Chat, you can follow it back to the YouTube. In the description will be a link, and so I have that there. Now, I want to talk to you just briefly. We know that when you're looking at the things that affect the value of a home, either that you're buying or selling, if you're looking for it, all real estate markets are local, and it's like a drop of water. If you drop of water in a sink or something, you see a big splash and it ripples out. I use that when I explain this to folks because they can visualize it so well. Other parts of the world, and even our United States, as the further away you get from your neighborhood you're looking to buy in, will have an effect, but it will have a less and less effect to it. So we always look at some national things. We look at some political environments and things like that. Although we don't get political, we look at the reality of the world we live in. And Tennessee right now, the reality is we've been benefiting from the Great Migration, and they're migrating from the burden states, the blue states, the heavy states that have high regulations, high cost of living, high energy cost, high taxes, high everything, high crime, high whatever. The people that can right now have been up sticksing and leaving those areas to come to Tennessee that has no income tax. Now we have a little higher sales tax, but overall our burdens are a lot less, and we're Tennessee, we're beautiful. And right now, she might be having a little bit, the Mother Nature out there may be having a little bit of a conniption. I think it was like 70 degrees yesterday, and it's 29 this morning. But we get a good variety. We have Great Lakes, and we've got a beautiful areas and wooded areas and flat out toward Memphis and mountain. Well, I'm sorry, I'm breaking into my. It's just, I'm sorry, Tennessee's a beautiful place to live, and that's why I live here, and that's why you should too. So let's look at one of these further away from us markets and see how that affects us here. Let's see. Pull up an article right now. Now I have this pulled up on Newsbreak. I've actually looked at this article, but it's from the Sacramento Bee. And the Sacramento Bee has a paywall, and they'll give you a little tease, and after that they'll smack you with a done to join up Sacramento. But I think this is going to work for us just fine. Newsbreak, there's a link. Here we are. Folsom, California. See how much real estate prices changed in Folsom in August. Well, we're in November, powering through November, so this is already dated a little bit, but it is by the Sacramento Bee bought. And the Sacramento Bee, here is their dateline of 9/2. So we're already 6 weeks, 7 weeks old. But let's see what it was back then. Here, by the way, is a link if you want to go see the full article right there. The median price per square foot for a home in Folsom increased in August to $358 a square foot. That's $52 a square foot more than Sacramento County median in July. That's a pretty big jump. Now, if you have a typical 2,000 square foot home, 2,400 square foot home, or 45, however big your house is, multiply 2,000 or $2,400 or $45, whatever it is, by $52 and see just how much that price jumped in that short a period. That's just from July. Okay, so what could we do to compare that, see what we're doing here in Middle Tennessee? We're probably going to have to do a little bit of digging to find something that's going to be, well, first up to date and current, and the other where we can kind of look through and get a general idea. You know, it's probably going to take us a little bit of time. I'll ask you to bear with me, unless, of course, we just go right up here to the Call Del to Sell website. That's my handsome face right there. Benchmark Realty, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And we have this little tab that says live data. So it's already kind of hinting at it. This is going to be more up to date. This actually updates every month with the last month's completed data. So let's pull up Murfreesboro, Las Casas, Rockville, and Rutherford County South, single 3-2. Now, if you need something more specific, like four bedrooms or 2 bedrooms or whatever, we can pull that up. But here's just some real quick information that's up to date. It's there. You don't have to come down there to hit the leave Delham message. I'd appreciate it, but you don't have to. Let's click this first one and see what we got coming up here. So we have a little grid set up, and we have days on market, median price. We go all the way down, and this one right down on the bottom gives us our median price per square foot. We got Rutherford County, Murfreesboro, Las Casas, they're all color coded. You see that right there. And back in January 2018, it was $133 a square foot. Look how we've grown. We've already come up here to 2021, and Rutherford County is $190 a square foot. Compare that to Folsom, California at $358 a square foot. While we're not quite twice the price in California, basically you can kind of put it in your head as you're buying half a house in California that you could buy in Tennessee. Of course, all things are not a direct translation, but when your square footage goes up, a home in Tennessee in Rutherford County is about twice as much home as you could get in California. So why wouldn't they sell out and come to Tennessee and bring their cash with them when they can take that money and buy not just a home, but possibly a brand new home, pay cash, buy a lake home, which, by the way, Dell can help you with your riparian or lakefront properties if you want a second cabin, or we can look that up. We have a lot of lakes around Middle Tennessee in close area. We can help you with that. I can help you with that. Now that we have the price per square foot segment ended, let's get our advertisement that we use to keep Trek happy with Mr. Dell. Hello, I'm Dell Delbridge of Benchmark Realty, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. If you are currently unrepresented and would like to know how to compare up to 3 properties side by side and room by room, then go over to my new YouTube channel, Call Dell to Sell. That's 1 L and Dell, no spaces. Watch the demo on Real Scout, and then call me and we'll set up your exclusive ad-free account today. And we've got that taken care of. Let's look at last week's and this week's numbers. Last week, 11/12/21, we had 10,029 in the opportunities, which was down over the preceding week. 4663 were the under contracts still showing. That also was down just a tad. The integer ratio between the two remained unchanged at 47%. This week, we had 9,888 in the opportunities, down over the previous period. 4643, which is down over the previous period for the under contract still showing, and the integer ratio between those two remained unchanged at 47%. We appreciate you. Enjoy your holiday coming up. We've got Thanksgiving coming, and we appreciate you. See you next week. Remember, call Dell to Sell, hashtag not a typical agent.